I need a sprinkler system. Trying to figure out how to keep all these plants alive while I'm out of town for the weekend. Proceeded to flood the basement a couple of times. Well, not flood it, but get a bunch of water down there through that doorway with a traditional sprinkler. Going over the top, trying to get these guys, most of which were planted elsewhere, but in pots fortunately, and still get these guys over here. Oh, there's the birds. They sure like the water. Oh, to keep them all alive. Couldn't figure it out. Basement flooding. Talked to my buddy Mike G, North Shore Lawn Sprinkler, just for a temp setup. Set me with this little doodad. No tools really needed. Just push the hose right onto those little barb fittings, and you know, I didn't think they would work, but sure enough, no leaks at all. That little timer I got from Lowe's in the attempt to use the old system, but didn't really need it. So anyways, my previous 2 attempts the last 2 days caused me to have a bunch of water in the basement. This is just temporary, but just an example why I need a sprinkler system. So got all the plants back here, potted up and ready to go. I'm gonna hit this little guy on manual, which is a nice little feature. 10 minutes. It'll take a few seconds and then start. Now each one of these little heads is adjustable. So this guy, I just want to water right down into this pot. So I have it set real low just to kind of trickle down there and not overspray. Trying to be as efficient as possible and not flood my basement. Why isn't this guy turning on? Oh well, that wasn't a good example. Anyways, I didn't have the water on, but the timer worked. So you can see that this little guy here is just spraying right down into this pot. Now I could turn it up and waste a bunch of water and spray all over the place, including my camera, sorry. But we'll just keep it down right around there, because the way that thing's designed is it just trickles down and feeds water over there. Now I put a few more of these, as you can see, connected to that same valve that's not leaking. Thank you. And put a couple other heads, you know, buried down inside of here, and adjusted them kind of to get the plants in those individual areas watered, as well as another one over here to kind of cover these poblano pepper plants and a couple other pots I moved from elsewhere in the yard. Now this area was a tricky one because this is what was causing me the problem, but I said, you know, whatever. I just draped this thing over here temporarily over the stairwell that was flooding previously when I tried to do it with this traditional setup. And I think it'll suffice for a short weekend. It's just going to water these 2. I didn't really realize it, but these little topsy-turvy thingies have a little hole right in the top that little spike plugs right into, so that worked nice. So I can water my plants, the flowers, the perennials, and the vegetables. Again, I moved some of the pots, and this one here is overspraying a little. I'll probably turn it down a little, but I can do all of that without flooding my basement or wasting a bunch of water, or for that matter, watering my air conditioner, my house, my windows, my generator, or a bunch of other areas that don't need watering, at least for this short weekend. So thanks a lot, and this worked out really great.